doesn't mean in any shape or form I'm a hardcore Tesla person. Good for Tesla. Progress, that's the good news I took from this entire earnings call. And then the big bombshell, which was maybe not a bombshell. Come on, wake up to reality. It was number 1 and number 2 voted up question in the investor questions, right? There's a guy on my ass. I don't know if you can see in the rearview mirror. He's like, of course, it's a pickup truck. All these pickup truck assholes. These are executives and Elon in his out of touch with reality attitude. Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. This is Regen Nation, and I've got a long 3-hour drive with a couple supercharging stops ahead of me. So this is the day after the earnings call, the Q3 earnings call. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, so I'm going to listen to it in the car here while I'm driving, and then I'm going to comment and get you up to speed and give you my opinion on what the key features are or the key takeaways are on the earnings call. And join me. It should be interesting if you care to listen to my take on it. And if you have a difference of opinion or you agree with me, leave a comment down below as you listen to it. And this is the earnings call. I'm not playing back the earnings call. I'm just listening to it and then I'm going to comment. Okay, let's get to it. So the very first investor question, or the first two, was talking about the more affordable $25,000 car, and then the second question was very similar about the non-robotaxi, more affordable Tesla. And Lars first came on and started talking about, yeah, we're slashing prices, we're going to make it more affordable. That's what we're doing to all our cars and stuff. And then you could see the writing on the wall. And you know what? I'm not sure, because I try to follow Tesla as much as anyone else. But obviously I don't follow it like some of the hardcore people. I wouldn't consider, even though I have a YouTube channel and I predominantly talk about Tesla and I drive a Tesla, doesn't mean in any shape or form I'm a hardcore Tesla person. I'm not. There's guys out there that are way. But my point is, I think probably about a year or two ago, it was made, well, at least to me, quite apparently clear that they were going away. It was the whole that one publication, I forget the name, the one that everyone says lies, and usually they do lie, but they had came out with this article saying that they have scrapped the $25,000 economical car for the robotaxi, and it ended up being true, but everyone thought it was false, and even Franz came out and said it was false, and Elon said it was false and everything. But anyways, back then it seemed pretty clear, but I guess because Elon and Franz and some of the execs said it was false, everyone held on to this hope and this dream that there's going to be the sub $25,000 car or sub 30, whatever it is, like the more affordable, more so than a Model 3 or a Model Y car. And I always took it that, yeah, they're scrapped that. They're not making. That's why the whole Mexico Gigafactory is on hold, and God knows if that'll even get out eventually at production or to production. So it's a little weird when I hear people still talk about this or expect it and ask, when's it coming? But it was number 1 and number 2 voted up question in the investor questions, right? So people are obviously wondering about this, and I think people are confused or fooled, or I don't know. But Elon came out clearly after Lars and said very clearly, we are not making a non-robotaxi car. We are making the robotaxi. That's it. Or no, he said, we are not making a non-autonomous vehicle, is what he said. And it's like, understand, folks. Yeah, I guess they thought that maybe if he had said that, that meant that, okay, they're going to make a subcompact, affordable $25,000 car with FSD that makes it autonomous. No, he's saying it's not going to have a steering wheel. It's not going to have wheels. The robotaxi is the car they're talking about, but it's going to be a robotaxi. They're not making a separate car. So when they talked about something happening in the first half of 2025 next year, they're talking about bringing all the prices down to make it more affordable for the Model 3 and the Model Y. And like hopefully the new versions too, like the Juniper and stuff like that. They're not talking about a new car. I think I need to make that very clear to people. That's how I see it, at least. I would be shocked, and I'd be very confused if they did too, on top of being shocked, that if they bring out another line of cars other than what we've seen that's supposed to come out or is out right now. I don't think there's going to be another product reveal of another vehicle that's affordable. I think that Robotaxi on the 10th, that was it. Okay, so now, this is so frustrating. So now the next question was about service and making it shorter wait times and making it more efficient when you bring your car in for service. And, you know, I get it for certain things, but when Elon says, or the execs say, the executive team says, just like that one saying, the best part is no part, and now they're saying the best service is no service, because they're going to do it at the root of the line, which is in production, so they don't need service. Well, come on, wake up to reality. Reality is you will always need some sort of service. You can't make the perfect car. There is no perfect car out there. This is very frustrating for me because I have real world experience just about 3 months ago dealing with a service center when I had to get some pre-warranty expiration things done. And it was, I almost said it was a nightmare. I won't go as far as to say it was a nightmare, but it was pretty challenging. And as I was in there and I had to deal with, and that's dealing with individuals and humans and stuff like that, and that's one thing in itself. But cars, as great as this car is, I love this car. I've had it for 2.5 years, and it's been majority of the time, like I said in my review, problem-free. There still was little things that I wanted to get checked out and fixed or repaired, or replaced in this case, before the warranty went up. And that's just normal. That's 80,000, nearly 80,000 kilometers or 50,000 miles on a car. You're going to need service. You're going to need maintenance. Maintenance is one thing. I guess service is something different than what they're talking about. But for them to say, and sorry, when I was in there, there was probably 24 other people sitting there waiting for service. They're not giving out loaners anymore. They're not giving out Uber credits anymore. I almost get that to a certain extent, because they're so big now. They're like any other big automotive car company. Whereas when I first got my Model 3, over 6-7 years ago, it was a small little niche boutique type of company where they could do that, and the service centers weren't that busy, so they didn't have volume, so they could afford to give loaners like that. But just to see everyone stuck in there, they couldn't go anywhere. A lot of people were doing work from there. They have, I get it, there's a little station set up where you can plug in and bring your laptop and do your work from there. I've actually heard of a friend that had to do a video conferencing call for work while he was there. They gave him a room, which was nice, a private room where he could do his conference. But to say that you don't need service, or we're going to make it so you don't need service, that's just, these are executives and Elon in his out of touch with reality attitude. Like, you think Elon has to go and make an appointment and stay in the same lines as we do and wait there and not get a loaner when his car breaks or when he needs to fix something on it? Not a chance in hell. You think any of the execs on that call also do the same thing? No, I mean, Elon's in a different world of his own. But these execs, when their cars, you think they have to go in the app and set an appointment? No. They take the car in. They know this is Lars Mojave, or they know this is Franz, and they get their car done instantly. They probably don't even notice any downtime. And if there is anything big, I think either they get a loaner, or guaranteed they get a loaner, or they just swap out the car and they get a brand new car. It's like, don't worry with this one. Franz, we're just going to give you this one. It's brand new. It's exactly like your other one, just better. These execs are out of touch with reality, and to answer that question from an investor like that just scares me, because this is the thinking that they're going through, and it's just, I don't know, it's concerning. Okay, the third question was about Grok. Really? We're really wondering about Grok in cars? Moving on. Okay, I had to take the sunglasses off. It's cloudy now. It's not sunny anymore. So probably the biggest part of this whole earnings call, and the biggest takeaway, and I think which will make headlines today, because I'm watching this the next day, like I said, is the announcement by Elon and Ashok that Hardware 3 computers, which we suspected for a while, if you're a Hardware 3 owner like myself and many others, we suspected for a while with the way FSD has been coming out and how they've been working on Hardware 4 before they work on Hardware 3. And Elon and Ashok admitted today that it's easier to do Hardware 4 because it's easier because of the compute, and then back up and try to work on it for Hardware 3. And they admit that it's a lot more difficult. And then the big bombshell, which was maybe not a bombshell, maybe many people expected it, is that I don't want to misquote him, the way he said it.
There is some chance that Hardware 3 does not achieve the safety level that allows for unsupervised FSD. There is some chance of that, and if that turns out to be the case, we will upgrade those who have bought Hardware 3 FSD for free.
Yeah, so he says there is somewhat a chance that they may not be able to do it with Hardware 3. He said it twice, actually. And that's good, because at least now they're coming out. Before, just up until just as far as back as, not as far back as, soon back as the event, the We Robot event, Lars was saying, yeah, all the cars on it, and I get it. He's been told to say that. He's towing the company line. All the cars that are on the road will be capable of full self-driving and unsupervised. Now, I guess they're realizing, you know what, we've got to come out in front of this. They should have come out earlier, in my opinion. But the good news is they say if they can't do it, they will retrofit and upgrade everyone's car for free, which, good for Tesla. I mean, there was a chance there was a time where myself and many others of my friends in the Hardware 3 community and FSD community were thinking, they may not do this. They may not upgrade it. Now, my question is, how are they going to upgrade this if you're on a subscription base? Are they going to upgrade it for free and you subscribe? Like, are you going to have to subscribe for a minimum amount of months throughout the year for you to get that upgrade for free? They'll show you some commit, or are they only going to upgrade people that have bought it outright? There lies the problem, and there lies the question. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But good that they're doing it, and they're acknowledging that what many of us suspected, and probably, and some even knew, some people would come out and say they knew already, that it's not capable. And note, he didn't say the cameras. He said the hardware in terms of, I think he means the computer. The cameras, he's saying it's fine. The cameras are fine. So will he have to walk that back another year, another 2 years from now? Who knows? But because a lot of people think the camera placement and where the cameras aren't good enough, as well as the computer itself. So we'll have to wait and see. Progress. That's the good news I took from this entire earnings call that I just listened to, is they're upgrading our computers. I say ours. I'm a Hardware 3 driver here in this 2022 Model Y. They're going to upgrade our computers or our hardware. I can't remember if he said computers or hardware. Either way, he's going to upgrade that. as I listen and continue my long drive. Okay, continuing, the next question was about the autonomous launch next year, like Elon said on October 10th in Texas and in California. Well, that's great news that they're going to do it next year. The only problem is, this is Elon saying this, and Lars was on the call too. I mean, people, temper your expectations when Elon says anything. It's Elon's timeline. This is regulatory approval. Yeah, I guess I get it. Texas, I mean, actually, there couldn't be further apart politically. But we got Texas and we got California. Those are ones where he wants to start. But I don't know, man, about next year. I mean, it's one of those things, the chicken or the egg. Do you start with the regulatory approval before you even have the car, or do you wait till you have the car and then get the approval so you can show the regulatory bodies, hey, look, we've got the car, we've got the proof of concept, we got the proof, and we can show you? Or do you start ahead before you have the car? And I know people are screaming at their computers right now, oh, they already got the car. They've got 20 cars that they had on We Robot Day. Yeah, I get it. Those were prototypes. Now, it should be, and this is what Elon said, it should be easy because they've already got Waymo going in California. So it's just, as he says, he sounds so simple when he says it. Oh, you just got to fill out a bunch of forms. I think there's more to it than just filling out forms. I could be wrong. I'm no expert, but I think it's going to be a while. Don't hold your breath for next year, folks. It's sunny again. And that's interesting. So just like humans, the computer and training, at first it's hard, just like a human, where you're learning to drive at first and you're giving your 100% attention and brain compute to driving. But as you get more experience and you learn to drive, come on, buddy, stay in your lane. Yeah, and even the guy behind me is honking at him because he's also driving slow in the fast lane. So as you keep driving and you get better and you're better trained, then you're less than 100%. You don't need as much compute. And he says the computers will do the same thing. The inference compute will be the same. That's very interesting. I didn't know that, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, a computer is like a brain. What do I know? Kind of cool though. Driverless paid Tesla drivers, or that's interesting. Tesla driverless paid drivers as early as next year. Elon being Elon and being optimistic. Who knows? Okay, Elon and Asak is talking about the amount of compute and how driving AI, or this AI they're working on, is different than LLMs, and I get that because the reason is he says there's massive amounts of video input that has to be computed, and then he said a little bit of audio. My question is, where are we getting this audio from? I know we need audio. I think we need audio for emergency vehicle recognition. So when it's in autonomous mode and emergency vehicles coming up on you, before you see it, like a human, you usually hear it. If you're paying attention, you don't have the music blaring. You usually hear it, and you do what's right and pull over and do what's legal and stuff like that. So they say that, you know, the cars are going to be able to do that, and it's going to have to use a microphone, I'm guessing. I'm assuming. I shouldn't say I'm guessing. I'm assuming. But where's their speaker, or a mic? Not even a speaker, a microphone, other than the Bluetooth microphones? Are they going to patch into that? I'm very curious. If you guys know, or you have an idea that I'm not thinking of, or I'm just being an idiot here, let me know down in the comments below, like, what solution are they going to use for having a microphone? And because he says there's audio that they need to process too and compute. Where's this audio coming from? Must be these Bluetooth speakers or microphones. Okay, and so that's the end of the earnings call. As fast, even though they were late, like they're always late for all these things, events, earnings call, everything. They're always late. I swear they do it on purpose. I know there was for We Robot, there was that medical emergency, or a couple of them. Still, they're always late. If it wasn't for that, they'd still be late. Like, they just, I think, not to be shallow or sound shallow, they used that medical emergency as an excuse why they were late on October 10th, but they would have been late anyways, because I think they were already late when that medical emergency came in. Anyways, yeah, they just ended abruptly. They're like, okay, that's all we have. Thanks for watching or listening, and they were gone. So, positive earnings call. Apparently, like I said, this is the day after. Apparently, in after-hours trading, the stock went up 12%. Let me see where it is now. I don't believe it's 12%, but it's open now. It's, oh wow, it is up 18%. We're at 253. Wow. Blows my mind. I just don't understand stock market analysts. I don't understand how they think, because when it should go up, it doesn't go up. I don't know, maybe it should have gone up in this case, but 18%, 18.5%. It's near noon on the Thursday, the day after the earnings call. So that's it. I think it was positive. I think some of the things, like I said, I ranted about, and I might have sounded negative at the beginning of the video there, but then at the end, see, the car did this again. I'm in FSD. I'm on the highway. I'm in auto. This is still 12.5. 12.4. Yeah, 12.4 or 12.5. Sorry, 12.5. And it's done it before about 10 minutes ago. Now it did it again. There's a guy on my ass. I don't know if you can see in the rearview mirror. He's like, of course, it's a pickup truck. All these pickup truck assholes. Right on my ass. I'm in the fast lane. I'm moving. There's a guy right in front of me, and I'm moving. You can see the cars that I'm passing on this side. But I was moving normally, and there was a little more gap in between me and the car in front of me. And when this guy came right on my ass, the car accelerated. I was doing probably about 110, and it's a 90 zone, just so you know. It's a highway, but up north here, it's a 90 zone. So I was doing 110, well over the speed limit. And the guy came up on my ass, and it sped all the way up and closed up the gap between me and the other car. It went up to about 115, and now it's changing lanes by itself. So, which is smart, because you don't need that asshole on your bumper. So, but I'm also passing this guy here too at the same time. So, very aggressive. What setting am I on here? Not that it makes a difference. I'm on average. So very aggressive, but not bad driving, like very alert driving by FSD here. Nice to see. Different. I've never seen that before, where it speeds up. There's the asshole. Hey, asshole. In your GMC Yukon. It wasn't a pickup, but might as well have been. Same thing. Anyways, let me know in the comments below if you guys agree with any of this stuff. Like I said, the biggest takeaway and the exciting thing for me is the Hardware 3 upgrade, if it doesn't work, which very likely they're going to have to upgrade people. And you know what? I guess they saw this or saw the writing on the wall, where they knew they had to know that they were going to get sued, because they've been promising this, even though they've changed their verbiage in years to come on the website and how they talk on these earning calls and these events. They've changed how they used to talk back in 2019 and 2020, but they still said it, they still have it. And you know what? Once you put it online, it's always there. So there's people who have screenshots of this that say that what they had back then, which was Hardware 3, would have been enough. So they don't want to get sued. I don't blame them. And they are doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing, which is good. And we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Very interesting. And obviously, that's not why the stock went up. I mean, I don't think the analyst said, oh yeah, Hardware 3 retrofit, let's put the stock up. No, it obviously on numbers and stuff, and I don't know the numbers enough. I'm not an analyst. I'm not a business guy to be able to crunch numbers with you here. That's not what this is about. If you know the numbers, then you crunch it yourself. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye. Just as fast as Tesla. Bye. Click.